Hi, Jeff Bridgman here in York County, Pennsylvania. Last week was the last week in April, and it was snowing. And today I woke up, it's the 2nd of May, a Sunday, and it was 90 degrees. So, in the interest of staying cool, I've decided to come to you today in my Hans Island Martial Arts Tournament t shirt. That's the fictitious tournament, for those of you who don't know, on which the 1973 movie Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon was based. I probably saw the movie about 50 times when I was a little kid, and being a collector of all sorts of things and awfully nostalgic as most antique dealers are, I'm actually just as proud to own this t-shirt as I am this fabulous set of Civil War playing cards. Now, I love to take early playing cards of various kinds. I've had wonderful sets made by Tiffany, who was a stationer in the 19th century before they made silver, and all sorts of other companies, and put them in a whimsical pattern, sometimes looking like the star configuration on American flag, and display them in a way that they can be enjoyed as artwork. Because if you just collect playing cards and you put them away in a drawer, that's wonderful. I mean, as a collector, I think you should do whatever in the world that you would want to do with them so that you enjoy them. That's the purpose of collecting antiques. I like, however, to be able to see and display things, and I think this is a wonderful way to do it. So, this particular set is really unique because they were made, first of all, they were made by Benjamin W. Hitchcock in New York City, who was a printer and a publisher, and he owned something called the American Card Company, which had offices at 14 Chambers Street and 165 William Street in Manhattan. These cards he made in 1862, and he did so using different symbols than we would typically see on American playing cards. He made the argument that American playing cards had French symbols. Well, the Germans had their own symbols for their playing cards, which didn't catch on worldwide like the French symbols of hearts, clubs, spades, and diamonds did. And in the patriotism of the Civil War, he thought it would be more fun to have flags, eagles, stars, and shields. So the lead card for the deck, the title card, would often be separate today. It wouldn't be integrated into the suits. But at this time, that wasn't the case. So the Ace of Eagles is actually the title card for the deck. Very typical of decks in the 19th century to have a very fanciful card that doubled as an ace. So he made 2, maybe 3 versions of this deck. Another one was made in 1863, but this is the earlier version, and these are really wonderful. So I want to bring in the camera so you can see things a little bit better and enjoy these cards and see why they're so interesting as a Civil War artifact. If you look at the flags, and in this corner, eagles. Here are the stars and the shields. But what's really wonderful about this deck are the face cards. Look, here, the kings are colonels, the jacks are majors, and the queens are none other than Lady Columbia or Lady Liberty, Goddess of Liberty, as you like. All of those terms are correct. She's shown here with a liberty pole and a liberty cap and a federal shield with an eagle on top next to her, as are often seen in 19th century imagery of the Goddess of Liberty. Here in the middle is a the Ace of Eagles I was talking about. And below, look, this is the original telescoping box with applied papers all around. On the front is Lady Columbia again. And this is a tax stamp. A tax stamp was used in the 19th century for collecting revenue on things like tobacco, alcohol, medicinal drugs, and, well, another evil here, playing cards. So I think it was looked down upon to play cards a lot more in the 19th century than it is today. I want to read you something about what's on the reverse of the box, because this is the advertising that Hitchcock used for these cards. This is wonderful. It's like a snake oil salesman. Here he goes. The American Card Company, confident that the introduction of national emblems in place of foreign in playing cards will be hailed with delight by the American people. Take pleasure in presenting the Union playing cards as the first and only genuine American cards ever produced, in the fullest confidence that time is not too far distant when they will be the leading card in the American market. The Union cards are calculated to play all the games for which the old style of playing cards are used. The suits are eagles, shields, stars, and flags, goddess of liberty in place of the queen, colonel of king, major for jack. In playing with these cards, they are to be called by the names the emblems represent. And as the emblems are as familiar as household words everywhere among the American people, they can be used as readily the first occasion as cards bearing foreign emblems. So, thanks for joining me today to take a look at this great set of 1862 Civil War playing cards. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.